I am very excited to see this engine bay cleaned up. Finally, it's been a while. This car's been sat idle for a minute, but we're back at it. So you guys can see, man, it is just greasy and grimy. I mean, what's new? Honestly, it's a 90s Nissan. Subframe, really bad. Steering rack, everything is just super gross. So just go ahead and just kind of scrape up as much as I can. And then we'll go ahead, shout out to the neighbors, they let us borrow their power washer, and we'll go ahead and just spray this whole thing down. And from that point, we'll be able to go ahead and fill up any unnecessary holes that we don't want to go ahead and keep, clean up this engine bay, start removing unnecessary seam sealer, reapply some seam sealer, and basically just map out how we want to go about the whole setup for our engine bay. So from there, obviously then prime, paint, it'll be ready for an engine sooner than we know it. So let's go ahead, like I said, start by scraping, get it ready, clean it up. Let's transform this thing. All right, I'm sorry, but can we just look? I mean, look at that. That's a ridiculous amount of grease. This is again, not surprised, but wow, it always just seems to blow me away. So I was able to scrape up all that, and then obviously all the stuff that's on the floor, but made a huge difference, and already looks 10 times better. You can actually see the frame rails. So vacuumed up just to loose all the loose dirt, and now we're just gonna go ahead and roll it out, spray down some degreaser, and hopefully clean this thing up. Dude, what a huge difference. Man, the brush was major. Morgan let me use this big old bristle brush. Wow, major difference. Wasn't able to scrub every single thing off, but it's okay because I mean we are going to be sanding this whole engine bay down and still got to remove some stuff, obviously you guys can see. And I know, I think I mentioned, but I know we're going to fix this. We're going to clean all of this up. This is going to be just clean. I don't like these ribs here anyway. I'm going to go ahead and build like a nice little sheet in there. I would love to get a bead roller or maybe just find someone who has one and make us some sort of a bead roll in that panel just to make it look a little bit more factory. But either way, we'll clean all that up. Yes, again guys, the amount I paid for this thing, let's be real, I mean they're only gonna go up, and wow, I got a killer deal. I paid GTST money for this thing. So I don't think I've released the video already, maybe I have, on like the whole import process and how much I paid. So just check the channel. I think I have by now. But you guys can see, I mean, it did a really nice job, and I'm really just debating, man, do I go ahead and take out the subframe, powder coat it, clean it up? I mean, it already looks pretty dang good, so I think for now I probably will just leave it until I do like the complete frame restoration, put this thing on a rotisserie, which I'm going to see if I can borrow Austin's. Austin, maybe one day I'll be able to borrow that thing from you for a little bit, because I do want to go ahead and get this thing eventually fully restored underneath and everything like that. So I will be also going ahead, and the reason why I'm not doing it off the bat as well, first because I want to be able to buy new quarter panels for the rear, both sides, and that's like $4 grand. So I really got some saving up to do before that happens. But when I do it, I want to do it right. I'm not just going to go ahead and fix these. I really just want to go ahead and put OEM brand new quarter panels on the car, and these ones are fine for now. They look totally fine, but there are a couple little worrying things about it that I do want to go ahead and just replace with a new piece. So for now, I'm wrapping it. I'm in the process of wrapping it. I've done a couple fenders just in the same white as this car, a nice bright gloss white. So for now, just keep it simple. Gonna restore the engine bay, and then one day take the engine out again, do the rest of the car inside out. It's gonna be cool. So hope you guys are stoked for that. But for now, let's focus here. I'm gonna start working on taking off all the seam sealer, and I'm gonna just reapply it myself because it's just too much. It's just too much. It's just not for me. So you guys can see up in here and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Over here right now, I am currently cleaning up the Z engine bay. As you guys can see, it is really filthy on this side. Gross back there. And then over here, it's cleaning up pretty good. So doing a bit of this, doing a bit of that. Morgan is polishing up her wheels. That's my girlfriend's M3, if you guys are curious. I know some of you have asked. And yeah, there's kind of like a big event happening at COTA tomorrow, Circuit of the Americas. So we are taking both cars. I'm pretty excited for that little cruise. Might film the day. But yeah, we're out here. We're getting stuff done, and hopefully you guys are liking the content, man. Let me know if you do. Toss a like. Quieter already, but holy hell, cold start on that thing. Sheesh. Oh man, this thing cleans up good. For those that have been with me for a while, quick little, I guess, condition check on our first ever shaved engine bay. You guys can see it's still looking really good. Yeah, I think it looks pretty epic because when you compare this to a stock, like an OEM Z32 engine bay, you can really notice the difference. There's so much stuff going on. And now I'm just debating, like, how in-depth do I want to go with the R32? So drop your comments, let me know what you guys would like to see from that thing. So I would like to keep it OEM. I don't want to go crazy with it, but I would like to clean it up a little bit. So let me know how you guys feel about that. But this is holding up awesome. I still gotta clean in here. You guys, I'm sure someone noticed. Still dirty in there. But man, just a super simple 2JZ setup. I've never split this thing apart. It's just gotten valve seals. I did that in my garage back with my parents. Shout out if you guys have been with me since my parents' garage. and it hasn't been long, just over a year. It's crazy, man, crazy. Just been here in Texas for just over a year, so it's pretty wild. Time is moving, but it's looking great and performing awesome. So still got to go ahead and get that tune touched up, but moving on to the GTR. I think, like I told you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just start stripping off some seam sealer. I did see a little bit of rust down here also, so we will obviously address everything rust wise before we go ahead and toss some primer on here. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell what the hell I even just did if I didn't tell you, but obviously seam sealer has been scraped away. Now, when I say all of it, I don't say all of it. Man, it's windy. I don't think I didn't remove all of it, just mainly in the spots that you can see, you know, and I will be reapplying it as well. But I may be doing something a little bit different. I don't know, we'll think about it. So, engine bay cleanup process coming along great. As you can see, a bunch of little red circles around the engine bay and a couple little X's, a bunch of X's. So those are all the spots that I'm gonna get touched up, do a little bit of grinding, sanding, you know, fill up all these little dimples here. You guys can see all the X's, those are low spots. And well, not all of them. We're gonna clean everything up, make everything all nice and smooth, so all the strut towers look very, very clean. Same thing for here. I'm gonna go ahead and even all these out, all these corners and edges out like I do with my Z. We're gonna cut this out. I actually found someone who's gonna help us. I'm gonna just basically make a template and then send it off, and that's gonna get bead rolled for us. So it's gonna be a nice, clean looking piece, not just one flat sheet of metal, because, well, personally, that's just not, it's fine, but you know, why not go a little bit more all out with that? So that's the plan there. That's my little pile of seam sealer, but yeah, very, very excited. So gonna fill up all these holes that you guys can see that are circled in red. This will be very nice and clean. I'm excited. A lot of work ahead of us, guys, but I mean, man, I gotta say, I know it's late in the video, and for those that are still sticking around and watching, thank you. That's really cool. It's rad that you guys are enjoying the content as I produce it for you. I'm having a blast making it too, so, you know, hopefully we can start building some traction on YouTube and get this build out there to more of you guys out there to enjoy. So both the head and the block are at the machine shop currently. Hopefully they'll be done sooner than later, but I do have to go ahead and buy pistons. I have to go ahead and buy a spline drive kit for the crank. And if you guys want to help me out in any way, shape, or form to do that, first off, you can go ahead and like the video. That's free. Toss a comment, also free. But if you guys really want to help support and help us get this build done sooner, go ahead and check out the link below at JDM Car Apparel. That is my and Morgan's new merch website. A lot of cool stuff on there. Morgan has been just putting in mad work. So a lot of cool designs, so we really would appreciate it. We have posters up there of the Z. We have blankets. We have hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, lanyards, you know, a lot of cool stuff. So really would appreciate if you guys can go ahead and grab something off of there. Also, don't forget to check out the business page. We have the Melly Motor Workshop channel, YouTube channel down below as well. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, we have a couple videos of the 2JZ G35 build. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, feel free. That would be awesome. If you guys want to show some love on that channel, that will be more you see all like the builds and the stuff happening at the shop. So here we are, obviously at the home garage, knocking out this GTR. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. I'm having a blast, and we should be. I'm gonna get my welder here, start filling up these holes. You know, do a little bit of body work here and there. Obviously fix that. Get it ready for some primer and some paint. So yeah, hopefully you guys are stoked. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Please, it'd be cool if you guys could grab some merch. I'll have the link below as always. But thank you again, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.